turn me upside down. I just don't know what to do.
So the dish we're going to be making today is a Tuscan zuppa, which is really delicious, hearty, thick soup that is made with some bacon. It's got kale in it. It has hot and sweet Italian sausage, potatoes. It's got some heavy whipping cream, like, Parmesan cheese, girl. It's all the things I love into a soup. So I'm going to actually link my recipe down below. I've seen this recipe all over the place. I make mine a little bit different, so definitely check out my recipe. It's on my blog as well. But to get started, I'm going to chop up all the ingredients. I always like to chop everything up before I make it. That way nothing burns or I'm not searching for something. I kind of try to get everything prepped before I get started. But I'm going to chop up my potatoes and our zucchini, and then I'm going to start making the little sausage balls. So how I do this is I actually buy uncooked sausage, and then I'll break the skin and kind of just peel out the little balls. It's super easy, and it's a much simpler way of making this dish. Once we're done with that, I'm going to grab some of our bacon and then get that started as well.
And I really get what the love songs are talking about. Oh, and I just wanna tell her how I feel, scream it out loud. Have you ever been in love? Have you ever lost your head? Have you felt like you were out of breath when you saw her in that dress? When your heart is beating fast and you're sweating, you can't stop looking at her smile. Then you've been in love. That's how you know you've been in love. Upside down, I just don't know what to do. I wanna spend the night with her, bring her one of my t-shirts so it smells like her perfume. Have you ever been in love? Have you ever lost your head? Have you felt like you were out of breath when you saw her in that dress? When your heart is beating fast and you're sweating, you can't stop looking at her smile. Then you've been in love. That's how you know you've been in love. I've got this feeling, I'm feeling you could be the one. I see no reason.
So one of the awesome things about this dish is you can actually do all of it in one pan. It's a one pan recipe, but I'm going to use two because I'm going to split up how quickly I make this. My kids are starving, so I kind of didn't want to have to do it slowly. So to get started, I'm going to cook up the bacon in one pan, and in the other, I'm going to start slowly cooking the sausage. Then I'm going to pull both of those out, start cooking down the vegetables, kind of get the base of our, like the actual soup together, and then we'll throw these back in.
Sometimes I forget to breathe. I'm looking in your eyes. Wish you could see the things I see. I don't wanna wake up if I'm dreaming, because you know I can't get enough.
So once you're done, you want to add a little of that bacon fat back to the base of this soup. Probably not healthy, but super delicious. You can omit that if you'd like. But I'm going to use the fat of the bacon to actually start to saute down our onions. I'm going to add our onions and our garlic to this. The other great thing is to use a whisk or something to start to kind of break up the stuff that was cooked on the bottom. If you're having a hard time whisking it off of there, add a little bit of your chicken stock and it will literally melt right off.
I wouldn't know what to do, baby, without. I wouldn't know what to do. Oh, you know, you got me wrapped around your finger. Tell me what you wanna do. I think we're part of something bigger, and now my mind is filled with you.
Once you've stewed down your onions, go ahead and add your broth and a little bit of seasonings. I'm using just a touch of cayenne in this. I just feel like it really brings some of the flavor up. And then I'm going to be adding in our potatoes. The good thing about the potatoes is they're going to come with their own kind of thickening agent to them because they're starchy. But what we don't want to do that quite yet, so we're just going to kind of boil these down and get them a little al dente. Once they're kind of half cooked, go ahead and add in your zucchini and kind of bring that all together in about, I don't know, it takes about 5 minutes. You don't want anything to get too cooked. If you overcook the zucchini, it will get very mushy. We don't want that. So once everything kind of comes together and you can put a fork through the potatoes kind of easily, then you want to go ahead and add in your heavy whipping cream. I'm using about a cup. I'm also going to be adding in our Parmesan cheese and kind of bring all of that together. It takes a couple minutes, but you'll start to see everything just starts to boil nicely together. I love the flavor of this. I'm already dying and want to have this again right now while I'm cutting this video. So right before we go to serve it, that's when you want to add your kale. Kind of create like a cap on top of your soup. Let it wilt down naturally and then fold it in. That way your kale stays crunchy and gives it like a really nice kind of green texture to the soup, and then you're ready to serve.
Remember I was laughing in all the photos that you took, but now it looks like acting, like we were fiction in a book. 'Cause it's
So as you're finishing up the soup, if you feel like it's a little too thick, you can always add a little bit of extra chicken stock, or maybe possibly if it's a little too thin, you can always add back some more Parmesan cheese. But I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. When I made this and put it on my Instagram, I got a bunch of comments that they actually served this at the Olive Garden. So if you don't want to make it, I guess you could go check it out there. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you're new, definitely subscribe. Tell me in the comments below where you're from and what you love most about cooking, cleaning, or decorating. I am so grateful to have each of you here, and I'll see you really soon. Bye.
nothing can stop me in the night. Look to the left, look to the right. Nothing can stop me in the night, like I am leaving all the right.